Alrighty, how's everyone doing today? Thomas here. I'm your analyst and trader with OLYMP TRADE for the past 9 years, maybe a little less, 8 years, 8.5. Guys, been doing a lot of trading and a lot of educational stuff I'm also doing. I really am applying this, like I call it scientific approach to trading. Hello, hello. Hello. This kind of like scientific. Let's talk about this uh, money management scientific approach that I've been applying, that I've been telling you, that I've pretty much told a few times already, and I'll continue doing it. Basically, it's all about money management. It's about how many winning trades you have and how many losing trades you have, right? So it's quite a popular topic, and it's gaining momentum. And even though I sort of knew it all along, and that is not a secret, and that information has been there forever. Now I'm just maybe kind of like focusing on it again, and I think that this can really be a very helpful thing for, well, pretty much for many of you, for those who so far have been struggling with trading and maybe the money management aspect of this whole thing, which is called trading. So, why is this aspect of trading is so much important? Well, the quick answer is that if you know how many winning trades you have and how many losing trades you have, you can pretty much sort of plan ahead and draw a financial model of your trading in general, and you can quite frankly figure out what is it like, what's the reason why you are not succeeding in trading. And of course, like, succeeding is basically can be defined as making money, right? So we are here at trading, or like stock exchange, forex exchange, FTT mode of change. So all these kinds of activities, they all have this underlying goal, underlying message in it. You're here to make money, right? So we are not here so much for charity, even though you can spend spend a lot of money on charitable actions and things and organizations if you make money. But if you lose money while trading, then basically you just lose money, and then someone else who is making money, who makes that money, basically takes that money into his pockets and says thank you, or maybe doesn't even say thank you. That is the reality of trading, and it's not it is as it is. It's kind of black and white. You either make money or you lose money, and there isn't so much middle ground to it. Of course, yes, it's a nice hobby. You get to belong to a certain group of people who understand how financial markets operate, and maybe some other aspects. But the main, the bottom line is whether you close your trading day or trading month with profits or not. So that really is the question. So, my dear traders, so yeah, that's the story. Do you guys have any questions at this point? I will be very, very happy to answer. What will be released in the upcoming updates? So, the biggest update that is due to be rolled out quite soon is basically this one, and so it's high yield accounts, and I'm going to show you something right now which is about to happen with everyone's accounts pretty much from tomorrow on. So make sure that you close all your trades today. This refers to also forex trades. I apologize for this inconvenience, but that's how the platform works, and due to such a major update, Well, basically, we're gonna have to close all trades. I think most of them will close today at 9 p.m. UTC. So, which is in less than, let me do some maths, which is which is just in under 8 hours. So we are 8 hours away from this major change, and new accounts, the high yield accounts, will be available for everyone tomorrow. Now, let me go ahead and explain to you what these high yield accounts so what's the story, what is this all about, right? So let me show my secret information here, my tab here. So this is pretty much my accounts, and I have money allocated into several accounts, several sub accounts, and right next to this, like the three dots, the regular three dots, I have this blue arrow pointing upwards, and basically that is the sign how I can upgrade my account to the high yield account. So I'm gonna do it live for you right now. In fact, we opened this early access. We opened early access to this feature just last week for our well, pretty much some closed group of most loyal, most active users, clients of our platform, and so far, I think close to 10% of them have upgraded at least one account to this new system. So. And basically tomorrow, when you wake up and you enter the platform, you log into the platform tomorrow, you're going to notice that it is as it is, and your account, like all your accounts, have automatically been upgraded to the new system. So I go ahead, I click this button, and here are the changes. So starter profitability from 82% goes up to 85%. Advanced profitability, maximum, right? So we are, of course, talking about maximum profitability, not like, say, all profitability. 82% goes to 85, 85 goes up to 89, and 92% goes up to 93. So I want to mention this point that, in fact, we used to have this profitability of 92%, but it was quite like, it wasn't like a regular story, to be honest. It was quite, I mean, like, it was happening, but it would happen maybe once every like during those happy hours, and since lately we haven't really had that many happy hours. Anyways, let's go ahead and press. So this is not just increased by 1%, it's more of a by 3%. It's increased by 3%. So this is my regular account right now. You can see that I have 90%, 87%, 84, 82, 84. Sorry, again, 82. So I only have 84, 87, 90. Now, let's go ahead and upgrade this account. Wow, it's done like this. View assets list. I go click a few tabs, and here it is. Right. So 93%, 93, 91, 91, 89, and then the rest of the. So I would say that something that not everyone pays attention to is that almost all the composite indices now, they have profitability or rate of return of 85%, which is also quite a big deal. Even considering that previously these accounts, they only had, like, say, 82% most of the time, and then some of them would sometimes go up to 84, 85, 87, but for the most of time they were still trading with 82% rate of return. So that's quite a big deal, and that's a nice change here, guys. Now let's talk about markets. So what is going on with my trades? Some of my trades unfortunately closed with losses. I didn't update my I didn't take all the profit that I could make on Brent, even though I was making quite a significant amount of profits on Brent. Let me show you with 4-hour trades, 4-hour time frame. So I was like kind of here, and then it closed somewhere here. Next, my trades on Euro USD. So I was really making money. I was really in the money, and then this huge drop. Now, what's the story? What is the story with the euro? So the story is pretty big, and like I said, like I was saying a few months back, during summer, like during springtime, things were going quite well in Europe, and everyone was like sort of expecting that many problems of Europe could be resolved at that time in spring, in May, maybe in late April, May, June. But then the moment of sobriety came, and people looked at, analysts or looked at everything that was or that has been going on in Europe since, well, pretty much since last year, and maybe probably even before that. And I mean, like, everyone now sees clearly, without any, like, say, magnifying glass, that things aren't going as well. And this reversal that happened on the 19th or 18th, that was the day, the 18th, with these pincers pattern on the 4-hour time frame. So I talked about this this particular pattern quite a few times. So when you have these like this combination of two kind of like dodgy looking candlesticks, and they have these big shadows pointing upwards, and then you want to check whether, like, where is the next one? Is it at the previous level, or is it below? Is it like under, like below the previous one? So, and that's a sign for a reversal. And then reversal followed, and it was pretty big. And I mean, like, it's kind of like dropping right now. So from 112 so far in 2 months, almost 2 months, yes, 2 months, it's been 2 months, we dropped so far to 10.6, which is roughly 5% on the euro. So is it big? Kinda. It's not the biggest drop. For example, maybe there were like bigger drops, like, say, if you think about 2021 and up until October 22. So for 1.5 years of pure free fall of the euro against the United States dollar, and then we are still better at the previous levels of, say, below the parity level of 1, which is the minimum was close to 0.96. Now, at the same time, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it is 11th week of consecutive losses on the euro, which is the all-time anti-record for this currency. So, like I said, this drop isn't like huge, but it's significant. It's big, and it's kind of very gradual. And so we're already trading below this support level, and the next level of support is, well, the only significant one is the 1.05. That is the strong support level. Below that, there is nothing. There purely is nothing. No support whatsoever until the parity level of the 1.00000. So let me answer some questions. Please give free signals at once. So guys, about free signals. This week I will be conducting a trading session on this channel, on the global channel, in Trade Global channel. So same time this Wednesday, which is the day after tomorrow. So feel free to join my trading session. I will trade for you, because I know that previously some other guys were trading, my dear friends and my dear colleagues. But this week I'm taking over, and I'm gonna do this trading session instead of them. So, but they were quite happy. They were like, oh yeah, now someone else can do it for them. So even though I like trading live, and we're gonna do we will do a lot of trading on Wednesday. So stay tuned the day after tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, right? And I will only be trading with pretty much the new profitability level. Next, will OLYMP TRADE ever release lot size usage on the platform? I mean, that's a good question. Will it ever happen? Well, I'm not sure about like ever. Yes, it can happen, but what's the profitability? It's like, you know, buying an option, buying like a call option on this feature. So I personally think that not in the near future. I don't know any. I don't think that there are any plans to have this feature released anytime soon. I don't think that many people are interested in this feature, even though some are. And also, I mean, when you trade forex, I guess it's so much easier to navigate in forex when you know exactly, thanks to this profitability scale, you know how much money you make at. I mean, this is so convenient. So I don't really think that you need like those lots. So I mean, like I know what lot size is, like mini lots, micro lots. Like on some platform, some other platform where I trade lots, like standard sizes. But when it comes to amount, like pure amount, I know that say $2,000, and I know that my stop loss, take profit, I can control them. So like this all comes down to sort of level of care. So how much we care, and we know how important money management is, and you can manage this stuff so easily here. I know it's probably one of the friendliest trading platforms. So guys, talking about forex and talking about the euro USD. So I think we are in free fall. I think there might be some reversal sometime soon. I don't think it'll be a big one, but I think before the 0.5 level, there is nothing that can support this free fall of the euro. And well, I mean, just overnight, so this dramatic piece of news was released. It was about France and Mali, I think. No, France. Was it Niger or Mali? I think it was from Niger. So basically, what happens is that so the France basically is about to leave Niger or Niger. I'm not sure. I thought it was Niger, but now many people pronounce it on a French manner like Niger. So here's the story, and so le président Emmanuel Macron, so the president of France announced that he's gonna pretty much leave the country. So the military base will have been removed from the territory of Niger by the end of the year. The consulate, the embassy, ambassadors are leaving the country. So doesn't seem too bad. I mean, like, yeah, it's just probably military base. You don't have to spend money on that military base. Now, the funny fact is that Niger was supplying or used to supply France with with uranium, which cost, I think it was like between 5 and 8 euros per kilogram. I think that's the measure, the standard measure. What happens next? What happens now is that now France will be paying market size of 65, or I think it was even higher. I think it's oh yeah, this price. I think this price. So when you really start understanding these prices, no, it's not. We need to type uranium. Yes. So what's the measure? Oh yeah, it's per pound. So $65 per pound, that is like roughly 130 or $40 per kilogram. And then France now is gonna have to pay a little more, like say the fair market price for that, for uranium. Now uranium in August was trading at 56. After that coup d'etat in Niger, which took place, now it's trading 20% higher. So that's the reality. So politics and economy are so much intertwined that all this stuff, when it happens, it leads to major like things, major like, I don't know how to put, like major change of power and everything. So now the euro is in free fall. So what can happen? What can save it? I don't think anything can save it. I mean, eventually, of course, Europe still has a lot of durability, but the exchange rate can easily drop to 1.05. I'm not talking like not 1.05, but more or less to 1.0, so the parity level. What is my favorite currency pair? Asks Clinton. I would say probably my favorite currency pairs are the ones that I trade more. I trade Bitcoin, I trade Nasdaq, I trade S&P 500, I trade, well, talking about currency pairs, it's of course the Euro USD, the Pound, the USD JPY. So all the majors, I would say the majors are my favorite because the majors are the most, so the currency pairs that are, I would say, the most obedient towards technical analysis. So whenever technical analysis says there might be a reversal, so usually these currencies, they follow, especially on daily time frame, on higher time frames in general, like 1 day, 4 hours, 1 hour. So all those time frames, they yeah, that stuff works. Right. So here comes an interesting, why BTC profitability in 49%. So profitability can change. It's pretty much constant subject to change, and sometimes it drops if, for example, your drops if number of people trading in this asset on our platform drops to a certain level. And I think, yeah, so let me show you. So sentiment, nice, sentiment indicator. So probably I'll just open it for test. Okay, does it change? Okay, it does change a little bit. Okay, so this probably tells me that there are only say 20 or 25 trades open on the Bitcoin currency pair, on Bitcoin here on our platform. So that's why it has such a low rate of return, and that's why the Euro USD or the GBP USD, they have among the highest rates of return pretty much all the time, because they are the most popular assets on our platform and pretty much everywhere, because they're called majors, and everyone sort of trades gold, Euro USD, GBP USD, USD JPY, and then everything else in a descending order, like outcut, not outcut, AUD USD, USD CAD, and then all other currency pairs just follow. So a question here, a big one. Now, hello Thomas, good evening. My question is, I'm winning almost 7 out of 10 trades using 3 Martingale. My problem is, how much should I invest after losing a 1 trade, 3 Martingale? Please tell. So when it comes to Martingale, so we even have this, say, multiplier here. You can multiply. Now, the problem with Martingale is that, of course, if you start with, say, $3, then your next trade is, I would say, 10, and then 10 goes to 30, and that's our third trade, and then 30 turns into 90, and then, so that's pretty much 3, or say your initial amount to the power of like 3 to the power of like 5, 6, and that's already, you need to multiply your initial amount by like. So the problem with Martingale, in my opinion, is that you really need to have more or less. So, for example, my latest trades here, some of my trades, I tried like 15-second trades, 1-minute trades today. All of a sudden, didn't work well. Yeah, not a big deal for me because I trade with higher amounts, and this is like a very, very small amount for me to trade nowadays. So I don't really care so much about these trades, but I tried. I know was a little bit emotional decision to do that, but the point is that I have 5 trades, 5 losing trades in a row. So if you trade with Martingale 3, so then on the 5th step already, I would have to use 810, and then I have like step 6 is like 400, so 2,430, something like that, and eventually my deposit, not my deposit is gone, but pretty much I cannot invest more. So it doesn't really forgive you any mistakes. And if you decide you want to trade with the help of Martingale, you can only, I mean, like, there is no room for error. You just, yeah, I mean, there is no room for error. You just kind of have to trade without any errors. And I don't know, what else can I say? So it's quite risky. And what do you do in this case? Well, it's kind of as it is. I mean, is there much that you can do in that case? I don't know, guys. I mean, that's how Martingale works. So it doesn't really forgive you. Doesn't allow many mistakes to be made. And if you lose with 3, especially if you work with the with coefficient 3, with Martingale 3 times Martingale, that's a little risky. So in this case, maybe you should try Martingale 2.2, which is probably more, which is a safer one. Like it gives you a few more steps, like additional steps, like 2 or 3 steps, and then in total you should be able to have, like, say 8 or 9 steps on the Martingale ladder before you lose, like before you stop, right? So I mean, like, with Martingale you can continue, you can move on, but you don't want to like do that, right? You want to stop it at some point of time. So, and then if you doesn't recover your loss, then you basically start over you go to square one. You are back to square one. And from that square one, you start recovering your trades again and going on and continuing trading. That's the story about Martingale. So USD JPY, yes, guys, let me do something like this. So here is trading view. Is just a little bit more convenient to show you, to explain how things work. So USD JPY, right? Another breakout. So the US dollar is breaking out everywhere. So another breakout here, and we are trading above. So USD JPY, where are all-time highs? Not all-time highs, but 10 years highs, I think, or something like that. So here they are at 150, maybe 152. We can call it like that, before the Central Bank of Japan started their interventions. And their monetary interventions, of course, it is not a healthy sign of any economy, of any currency. And when that started happening, boom, we saw that. So so a breakout here, nice little breakout, and where it will go? Well, probably 150. That's the next target. After that, can easily break above 152, and then it's once again, it's like open terrain. There are no like say resistances, no nothing that can stop the USD GPY to go further up. Now, pretty much the same. I mean, like it's not just like say this currency pair or that currency pair. It's more or less like the dollar index DXY is growing, and DXY is growing against, I would say, like almost every currency. I don't think there are that many currencies. Maybe some outliers, some exceptions, but generally speaking, we see this very gradual growth of the USD index, of the dollar index, and this this angle really tells that this is going to continue and only to accelerate. Not that there will be a reversal in this growth, but there will be a continuation, and we can easily see this the dollar index going up to 110 easily in the next well, probably a few weeks. Of course, it's not going to happen overnight. It won't happen like say, but now central banks, I mean, like, look, the central banks in all the countries, like I'm talking about mostly Western countries, but not just Western, but pretty much everywhere around the world. It's just why it's more of a significant thing with Western countries is that the Western countries, they more or less had for many years they were enjoying, they had been enjoying, right? That's the right way to say it. They had been enjoying pretty low interest rates of like 2%, more or less. Now, what's happening right now? Can I see last week? Why can I not see last week? Yeah, here it is. Here is last week. So, Fed interest rate decision, it's 5.50. 5.50 basis points. So, what was it like before? So, we are back at, well, I mean, like, not many people even think, not many people even remember that in 2001, it was still like 575. So it was higher, and then it dropped, and the solution basically out of the mortgage crisis. And I mean, like, if you think about how it's just amazingly, it's so interesting, so exciting to look at these things, and you see, like, right, so it was 2001 and interest rates were going down, and eventually they dropped to 1.25, and that was that was the origins of the mortgage crisis that followed in 2008, because then like everyone was like buying more and more homes, reinvesting, buying more, reinvesting again, having this unrealized P&L, like selling house, whatever. I don't know how this system works in general. I mean, like, I cannot describe it in detail, but you get the point. And then it sort of went up to 525. That's when the mortgage crisis collapsed. Then they tried to lower interest rate, but that was still too much. The damage had been done already. And then, so the solution out of the housing crisis was 0.25 rate that stayed there for a long time. Then they sort of tried to raise it to 2.50 in the US, and then again they dropped that in 2020, and then now they hiked it very quickly, and so we are here. Where will it go next? Can it go even higher? It could, but if you think about the US debt, which exceeds 33 trillion dollars, something like that, like this huge amount of money that, and then it's $1 trillion per year just to serve, is it the right word? Like to serve the debt? I think, yeah, to serve the debt. So the government is like really running out of options. Can they hike those interest rates higher? Well, they could potentially, but what's it gonna lead to? So, yeah, so that's again, politics and economy intertwined, and there is no clear solution out of this. At the same time, the dollar index is growing. Is it good or is it bad? Well, it's kind of not so good, not so bad. It's just maybe neutral in my case, in my opinion, because yes, I mean, like some US products are pretty much becoming more and more expensive, obviously, but for the US, which is totally an import dependent country of the end products, that is good. So they don't need to pay that much. Now, countries like Turkey, for example, so we have USD TRY, right? So we had this major another intervention by the authorities of the Central Bank of Turkey. Now we are back at 27, and here it is. So 27, and we are on the verge of breaking out to the very new lows here. So that's the story. So let's talk about Brent. Let's talk about oil, which is now correcting. There was a nice, beautiful, amazing pin bar here. Very classic reversal pattern or sign, and we can see that yes, there was this reversal. 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row, except this one, like 4 days of dropping. At the same time, we are well above the 90 level, and the 90 level will act as a strong support level. So I think that'll be a nice buy point, like probably amazing, like a 5-star buy point if it drops somewhere here towards this area, like say 90.50. So expect oil prices to drop, and then basically that'll be a nice buy point. What else? So Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I still remain, like, my view on it is pretty much it's bullish, right? It's, even though we are trading below the 200 SMA on weekly, but we are still above the 50 SMA. And I mean, so the way Bitcoin works nowadays is that it's kind of like if you look at ATR, at the ATR, average true range of this currency, of this cryptocurrency, that it's quite, I mean, like it kind of like does some action and then it sort of stays in this very narrow range. So we've been sitting here since more than a month in this current like comfortable price level. Before that, we stayed here somewhere around 30,000 for 2 months, and then we sort of stayed here for almost 3 months, March through June, in this range. So Bitcoin stays, accumulates some momentum, gains some momentum, and then it explodes. Now, I don't really see many reasons for it to drop now. So kind of like I look at it in general, that the reason there are not so many like negative things for Bitcoin, negative news, but there are quite a few positive news, and not just positive news, but like I would say on the contrary, it's bad news for the global economy, which can be translated into as positive news for Bitcoin. Why is that? Well, obviously because Bitcoin now might act as a safe haven. So if things keep going north in the economy, then Bitcoin can be a beneficiary of that and can easily go up. So, guys, that is my view on the current market, on today's market. Join my session. I invite you. We'll have fun. We can talk. Of course, you can ask me questions, and I'll show you my trading, which I haven't shown in the last few months. Give us FTT signals, 1, 2, 3, 5 minutes, only good signals, let us make some dollars today. Guys, so join on Wednesday and we'll try to do that. But, okay, and I'll explain to you about this approach, that it's not really the right approach to sort of expect 1 or 2 single trades to sort of hit the bullseye, and then it's like never count on like 1 or 2 trades. Think about it as a system, like, right? Think about it as a long-term, long-run system. Okay, not like winning on a few trades. What time frame do you recommend for beginners? Well, so what strategy and what time frame? Well, obviously all the strategies that we have here, they work well, they work nicely. And well, time frame, I'll just tell you one thing: don't trade. If you're a newbie, if you're a beginner, don't trade 1-minute trades or 15-second trade. Like everything, like don't open trades with a duration of less than 3 minutes, because that time frame is really the most unpredictable one, and you don't know. Like it's just market noise, it's just market volatility. All right, come on, I only have $3. I want to make it till 10. Okay. It's not really the right approach to trading. Okay, you can, even if you make this like $3 to 10, and then what's gonna happen next? Like it's more like playing a casino. It's like red and black. All right, it's not really the right approach. Okay, I know maybe you're like joking around, maybe not, but that seriously is not the right approach when it comes to trading, because it shouldn't be like, say, investing. Like it shouldn't be like a casino-like activity. Well, guys, once again, thanks a lot. I'll see you soon. I'll see you on Wednesday. Join my trading session and let's have fun there. Bye-bye.